Toastmasters and honored guests. My name is Ina, and I am a TPA in the Bont area, which is a part of RDSS. I was born in Moldova. Moldova is a little country located between Ukraine and Romania. And I am from a little town of approximately 200 houses, so it's pretty small. Life is pretty simple, so it's basically kind of like a countryside. Our little town was really, really small. We had only one grocery store, one elementary school, one little daycare, library, and one little church. And then most people had their own gardens, and they had their own orchards and livestock for food. So they would go to the grocery store only for like flour, sugar, oil, like the necessities that you can't grow in your own garden. For housing, you buy land and you build your own house. Everybody built their own house, and you have no mortgage. So you only pay for electricity, gas, and property taxes once a year. And well, yeah, life was pretty simple. I grew up with my older brother and my two younger siblings, a younger brother and a younger sister. So it was only the four of us. And we would, from the time we would wake up, we would literally wander around everywhere. I can't remember how many acres of land we had, but my parents grew almost all of our food. And our backyard and my grandparents' backyard were connected, so we would take a little road that connected us. We would always go to Grandma's house, and Grandma would always have something for us to eat. In August of 1998, my parents decided to pick up everything and just move to the United States with barely any money in their pocket and no English at all. And 4 little kids. So on our way to United States, our first stop was New York City. And we were there only for the night. I don't remember anything from that day, but when we landed in California, we had all of our relatives meet us there. It's probably close to 100 people at the airport. And we only came with a few bags. That was it. And my parents only had a few dollars in their pocket. That was all they had. Living in the United States, we lived with our cousins for about 3 months, and then they helped us get on our feet and get an apartment where we lived. And then my parents lived there for about 3 years while they're collecting money and bought a house. So we've been living here in Rancho Cordova ever since. It's actually coming up on 20 years since we've been here, and I haven't been back ever since. But I would love to go back and visit, but I have no family there, so if I go by myself, I'd feel lost. I'd have to take my dad with me. Some of my hobbies, growing up here in Rancho and Sacramento area for the most part, some of the things that I like to do for fun are photography, videos. I do editing too, video and pictures, editing and stuff, and then just uploading stuff to YouTube. During the winter times, I like to snowboard and spend time with my son. My journey to FTB started when I was about 18 and my mom was working here. So she helped me get hired here as a seasonal. So I started working as a seasonal, and I was on and off for a couple of seasons until I got picked up as a tax program assistant PI. And I worked as a PI for 3 years, and then I got picked up as a TPA perm. And now I'm here.
There should be icebreakers 1, 2, and 3, so we can get to know really more about you, because that's where I ended up. What I really liked about what you did, well, let me talk about your talents first. You have a really good presence. Just standing up here, you could like read the alphabet, and we would still watch you read the alphabet. It's like just, it happened, it's an accident of birth. Okay, it's the way your hair is, it's the way your posture is. You have really great posture. And you have really good expressions on your face as well. And it's almost as if you have ice water in your veins. I remember how nervous I was and how nervous I am often giving a speech. And you seem to be very natural up here. How did it feel?
It did not feel natural.
It didn't? Well, then you are an excellent actress as well, okay? Because you looked really composed, okay? I'm going to call you Ina, ice water in her veins, Kimakovskaya. Did I get that right? What I liked about your speech was the details. All your details created the sense of where your family came from. I got that. One of the questions I had is, why'd your dad do that? He had no money, had no prospects, had no language skills. He had a wife and 4 kids. Is that why he did it?
For us.
Okay, so you might have talked a little bit about that huge motivation that makes somebody far away in so many ways make the bridge to do that for his family. Let's see. I like the way you use your hands. It was really very expressive. Now, I got called out because I did this in one of my speeches, totally unconscious. Now, it may be unconscious, but it's something to develop because it's something that keeps the attention of people who are in the audience. Your voice, you have a great voice. Use it. You know, beauty is as beauty does. You have the ability to work with a mentor to craft all those natural talents that you have into something that could really be a very attentive speaker for people in the audience. What might I have wanted you to do? As I said, you did nothing wrong, but you could have done more, okay? Like a picture of your family. You could have had an actual picture, but just an episode from your life that kind of epitomized or summarized how you all felt about each other, because there must be an incredible family bond that you have. One of the things I felt was this incredible stretch from Moldova in the rural background and the simplicity of it to being here. Now, you mentioned a lot of initials. I'm an outsider. I had no idea what most of those initials are for, okay? Like with job description, things like that, I didn't have a clue. But that's just something that's minor. So, all in all, you gave a really simple speech that stayed to the facts, that gave me the form of your life. And I hope that in future speeches, you give me the viscera of it as well. Thank you for doing that.